It's Liverpool's big hit station, first thing on a Friday morning, and I am so glad to now welcome onto the show a guy who, had he stopped at just being the lead singer of the Charlatans, he would be still considered one of the legends, the greats of the British music scene. He hasn't, though. He's now the king of the listening party. He's an author of, at last count was 6 books, but I read yesterday that there's another one on the way now, so that would be 7.
Yeah, 7 books coming. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm just finishing, well, in the middle of a 7th, yeah.
And also there's the 5 solo albums. I think, would you call it 6? Because there was the one that you did with a collaboration.
Yeah, I did one with Peter Gordon, so it'd be 6. But I mean, actually, 5, and then but 6 in total.
And how many Charlatans albums is there when it's a double figures on that album?
I have no idea.
It is the one, the only Tim Burgess. Welcome to the show, Tim.
Thanks very much. What an introduction.
Yeah, and I've got to say, this is the first time that I've actually ever interviewed a man who sold millions of records, but also works in a coffee shop at the same time.
Well, I have to fill my time up when I'm not writing.
We'll get onto that, though, in a few moments' time. I just want to start, though, with the we touched on it then, the listening parties, because I remember when you first tweeted out, when we first went into lockdown, about how music can get us all together, and you were thinking of doing a listening party. I mean, did you ever think it would become the big thing that it has?
I knew people enjoyed it. I mean, I have done, before lockdown, I'd done Charlatans and my solo albums, as listening parties. But it was only when other people joined in. Alex Kapranos was vocal and said that he bought some Friendly, when he was 17. And that's after, like you said, I announced that I was going to do listening parties during lockdown. So at that moment, I said to him, well, you do one. And then Bonehead saw that and he wanted to join in, and Dave Rowntree wanted to join in. And after a bit, just had a week's worth and then 3 weeks worth. And
yeah, it just went on and on. And it did get a lot of people through lockdown, because I remember when I first saw it, I was like, oh, this is great. And that one of the big things what I rediscovered was not that it had gone away, my love of music, but we had so much time on our hands to revisit our record collections and dig deep into it. And music, I think, was the Observer, you did an interview recently where you said about music can save lives, and I think it really did.
Well, during lockdown, for sure. I mean, I always think of lockdown as being dark. It's just people were being so generous with their time, and everyone wanted to do a classic album. It's like Bonehead, he just went straight in with Definitely Maybe, and Dave Rowntree straight in with Park Life. They were like, everything was like, giving just like the best that they could, for people. And I think it was a real struggle for everyone, and to gather round and sort of like listen to an album with one of your favourite people talking you through it. It felt like you were part of a community again, and maybe the fact that you knew that you were listening with thousands of people all over the world made you not feel alone. What
was your favourite one? I know it's almost probably like asking pick your favourite child to someone, but what is the one that really stood out for you? I've got one, which and I remember there was afterwards you spilt your coffee. So you work it, you're going to have to clean that up now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there we go, we sorted it. Yeah, but what was there a favourite one? Or to date?
No, not been a favourite one. Sorry.
For me, it was the John Lennon, the first time with the Plastic Ono Band one. I remember afterwards, I don't know if you were the same, there was a Twitter listening spaces thing.
I was involved in it.
Yeah, no, but I remember you being on there, and I remember, because one by one all these historical figures would pop up on the call.
For about 9 hours. It was only supposed to last for an hour.
But I think they said to you, they were like, how do you think it went? And I could almost hear you were just like all of us going, this is unbelievable.
Yeah.
We're on a conference call with the greats of John Lennon's, one of John Lennon's great albums.
Yeah, Klaus Voormann, I mean, Sean was involved, and Yoko was, involved, and John Leckie. It was incredible, and people were so excited to be able to talk about this classic album that it just went on for hours.
It's amazing what you learn from them. What we're going to do is we're going to play a tune from your brand new album, Tim, and then we'll catch up some more, talk about that, and also why you're here today in Liverpool.